All right. I'm going to do a quick review before you get started on the assignment. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is type up a problem, review it, and then go to a different type so that when you come across it on your assignment, you can either look back at the video or maybe you'll just remember. Okay. So, if you come across a problem where it's a fraction next to a variable, we need to get b by itself. And in order to do that, and I apologize, my computer that I use to write with is at school and I'm at home. So we're going to take that 1/2 and we're going to flip it over, which this isn't going to look super pretty. And that would cancel out. It would look better if my fraction bars were actually true fraction bars instead of that. And the two numerator and the two denominator cross out, and the one that's a denominator and the one numerator cross out. But what I do to one side in order to get rid of that 1/2, I'm going to do to the other side. So we'll end up multiplying it times 2/1. Okay, and we know that that 5 actually has a 1 underneath it, and we can multiply straight across and get 2 times 5, which is 10, and 1 times 1. Again, this is not the best situation I have going on with trying to show you how to do this. Hopefully you remember this being taught once or several times, and you could see what I've done. So I've taken the 1/2 and I flipped it over so that I was able to cross them out, and that gets rid of that 1/2 altogether. But what I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Okay. Okay. So not sure that helped, but maybe. There's fractions. Let me go ahead and click on the assignment so that you can see. So I just did one like this, right? So in order to get r by itself, we're going to flip 3/5. And what I do to one side, I'm going to multiply it by the other side. Okay, you'll have to put a 1 underneath, multiply straight across. When you get to this next one, so how am I going to get b by itself? I got to get rid of this 4 8/10. So the opposite of dividing would be to multiply, right? And with decimals, we don't have to line them up, right? We're just going to multiply. We're just going to multiply. So if it's 8 and 9 hundredths times, 4 8/10. We don't have to line them up. We can go ahead and multiply. Again, it would be so much better if I had my other computer, but I don't. So you're going to start with the 8, 8 times 9, 8 times 0, 8 times 8. Okay, once you have all that written down, then again, you'll need a placeholder because you're done with the 8. So put your placeholder here and go with your 4. 4 times 9, 4 times 0, 8 times 4. Okay, once you're finished, add them together. And how many numbers are behind the decimal? Just so you know, that's my dog. that is so embarrassing. I am so sorry. So there are 3 numbers behind the decimal. Okay. This was my life when we were distance learning. There was always some noise in the background, and then I knew if the kids watched the video because they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I heard that." Okay, when you're when you get to this one, you're getting k by itself, right? So we're gonna subtract the 1/8. You're going to have to get common denominators, right? You're going to change this 1/4 to 1/8. Okay. Third slide, again, you're going to move this one to the other side. You're going to get common denominators. What does 5 and 6 have in common? List your multiples. List 5 and 6. Find your least common multiple, your LCM. I'm talking about that with the 5th graders. And here's another one, same thing. You're going to get that h by itself. All of this needs to be done on paper. Okay, and get common denominators. This one's easy. You can just change one of them. This one right here is going to require borrowing. So I'm going to walk you through it. You need to listen carefully because putting it over here doesn't work. So if you get a common denominator and it doesn't, you're like, well, okay, I'm going to change. Let's just say I'm changing this to a 6, right? So this times 3 times 3, I get 3 6. Well, can I take 5 6 from 3 6? Oh, never mind. Just kidding. It's addition. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now. You can just listen to my dog while I go to the next one. That one you know how to do. So you're gonna flip the 2/5. So it's 5/2 and multiply it by the other side. Put a 1 under the 7 and multiply straight across. Oh, this one's fun. Okay, on this one, you're dividing by 5. So what would be the opposite of dividing by 5? Multiplying by 5. Ah. So can you just, you come over here, you're gonna multiply it by 5. You got to put a 1 underneath it. And then you're gonna look at it and you've got to change it to improper. Okay, so make sure that you do that. So 7 times 10 plus 1. Okay, so 71/10 times 5. Okay, easy. Now line up your decimals. Line up your decimals. Ooh, look at this one. Ooh, so if I'm multiplying 2 and 36/100 times W, you're going to divide it. So now this one, you're going to need to move your decimals, right? So it's end up going to be, so it's 16. Sorry, let me back up. It was 2.36. So 2.36. Because it would be 16 and 52/100 is being divided by that. 16.52. We'll pretend there's a division sign underneath it, over it. So you cannot have a decimal in the divisor. So we need to get rid of it and make this into a whole number. Oh, this is going to freak you guys out. This is a really big one. Okay, so we're going to move it 1, 2 times. So when I do to one side, you have to do to the other. 1, 2. So then they just become whole numbers, right? So I move this one 2, and if I move this one 2, it's going to end up looking like this. So you're just going to divide. Okay, you can do this. Don't panic too much. If it were me, I would kind of cover up this 38 and cover up this 52. How many 2s can go into 16? So maybe start with 8. 8 might be big. Just try 5. I always go in the middle. Try 5. Okay, you'll get it. You guys are really smart. This one is a real challenge one. So you're going to flip it, and then you're going to be, so flipping it to get rid of it, to get in by itself, becomes 15/8. So then you're going to come over here times 15/8. You cannot multiply them without getting this and changing it into improper. So 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16, 16/5 times 15/8. Simplify before you multiply. Okay, you know how to do this one. Line up your decimals. Okay, to get x by itself, we're just going to multiply. Okay, you'll see how many numbers behind the decimal. Okay. All right, so it's just review again today, but they are hard. It's good. It's good stuff. You know how to do it. Please make sure that you show your work on a piece of paper and then give it to Mrs. Galindo or Mrs. Stemple. That is your homework. Okay. Okay. That was it for my video. All right. I guess that's it. Okay, kiddos. I'll see you later.